What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano is here. And we have Raven on the line. And of course, you know, Mano is an award-winning advice giver, so we are here to help. What's up, Raven?
Thank you. Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be talking to you.
All right. Well, we're happy to be talking to you. Now, what is your question for Ask Yee?
So my question is, I tend to kind of have a hard time with like communicating when I get emotional. So like, for example, like with my fiance, like something may bother me and I'll just kind of just start going off, like just going off about everything that may have been bothering me for a year instead of just like kind of focusing on what's going on in the moment. And I do this a lot with people that I care about. I know this. Mm-hmm. So I just need some advice on how to like properly communicate what I'm trying to express as far as my emotions. To not cause arguments and fights with people.
You got anger issues.
You know, trying to be that way.
You got anger issues.
Oh, my God. I feel like that.
You need to go to anger management first and foremost. You need to,
It's a lot of suppressed things from the past, though, that caused it.
Yeah, but that's displaced anger.
Yeah. Trust me, he knows. But look, number one, it's good that you at least know that there's an issue and that you can acknowledge that there's things you could be doing better.
Yes.
And
I feel like I do have the anger problems because I'm like, why do I get so angry? And it's like, it's triggers. It's things that trigger me. That I'm a sweet person, but I have triggers, and I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, and I think what's important is that a lot of times when you do go to somebody who's an expert, they can give you certain tools that you have that can help you as far as how to handle things. You know, because when you see how things are happening, like sometimes, I know for me, I learned early on, instead of speaking when I'm angry, I count to 10 backwards in my head before I say anything.
Really?
And
that is so awesome.
And I also know that I don't like to have conversations in the heat of an argument because I never want to say something that I'll regret.
You are so mature.
I had to learn that.
No, I like that for you.
And
yes, and I try, and in my head I'll say it like, let me just take my time and not respond right away, but it just comes out. I'm
gonna tell you like this. I haven't learned that yet.
Yeah, it's not an easy thing to do, but I do feel like the fact that you want to work on it is the first sign of, okay, you know, taking responsibility and figuring out what you need to do to move forward. And it's different for everybody. Like what works for me clearly doesn't work for Mano, and Raven may not work for you either.
Yeah.
And it could be the sign of something else. Like, you know, we don't know if there's other things going on with you that only a professional would be able to help you with. But if you're taking this seriously and you want to learn what's wrong, I mean, they have like all kinds of diagnoses. Intermittent explosive disorder is a real thing.
Okay.
Where people have kind of like episodes. Sometimes it's a sign of depression. It could be, like you said, things that are triggering for you from things that you haven't dealt with from your past. And so it's hard for us to say.
Yeah, because I don't want to ruin relationships and break up, you know, a lot of relationships off of suppressed things. But it just comes out. I'm like, why can't I just stay on track with what's going on? It's like all these other things come up, you know.
Yeah.
No, you should. If you feel yourself getting mad, you know, at your significant lover, other, or somebody that you care about, just go in the other room and just punch the wall for 12 minutes.
No, do not do that. Do not listen to him. And you know, sometimes it causes way more issues. And I also feel like, because you said you bring up everything that happened in the past, I don't know if you're able to address things like while it's happening before it spirals out of control, because sometimes some people could wait till things really build up and then bring it all out at once. And then every time something happens, you're bringing up everything instead of, like you said, addressing the issue that's at hand.
When it's happening, I don't do that. I'll let it build up and build up when I should just express it like, can you help me out? You know, instead of saying that, I'll let it fester.
Yeah.
Right. Because you hold it inside. You should like bite the pillow or something.
Yeah.
Bite your mattress.
Yeah, and
bite somebody. No, I'm joking.
But I think it's important for you to find out what works for you as far as how you can be able to express yourself, but to do it in a productive way. Because no matter what, there's going to be things in life that trigger us. There will be arguments. It's just how you handle that I think is what you're having an issue with. All right. So I just would recommend that you talk to somebody, maybe get some recommendations or go online. I mean, there's all types of different
Self-help.
resources that you can actually go online and talk to somebody or do some research to find out things that you can do. But the fact that you've acknowledged it, I think, is the first step toward figuring out. Sometimes there's breathing exercises you can do when you find yourself, getting angry. Sometimes there's like a phrase or a word that you can tell yourself. Even doing yoga, like outside of when you're mad, sometimes physical, like going and doing yoga and meditating, things like that can be life-changing.
I need some type of
she on this phone right now saying that none of that's gonna work for me. I feel
she
probably got road rage too.
I think I have to be honest with myself. I think that's the first thing, and just take those moments to just breathe.
You got road rage as well?
No, I don't.
See,
a little bit.
You don't judge
when
her.
My kids are in the car, when I feel like they're being threatened by a crazy person. But so that kind of triggers me.
But think about it, honestly, yoga is great, meditation is great. Like you said, breathing, those exercises, but even talking to a professional can help. But try those things for yourself. Now, also, learning how to address things before you're angry can help too.
Yes, that's the part right there, Angela. I need to start addressing things when it first rubs me wrong, when it first bothers me. That's what I don't do.
Okay. All right. And listen, don't be doing them long ass text messages or them voice notes.
Oh no, we live together, so it's face to face. But we good. So and even with my family, we all good. I'm gonna work on it.
Are you violent?
I'm sorry.
Are you violent?
No, I'm not. I'm not violent.
Okay, that's good. And you know what? And let him work on it with you. You have an issue. You can let him know, look, I know I'm trying to work on this, so if you feel like just be like, look, let's take a moment. This is spiraling. Like, let him work on it with you too.
Right, he does, and he definitely does, and he has been, so I appreciate that. That's why I'm like, it's time for me to get some help, because he's been helping, and now I got to put it on me now,
All right, Raven. Well, that's dope. I'm glad you called us up, because I feel like, some people can't even acknowledge that they're like that.
Yes, and I just want to say thank you for your time, and I really admire you, Ashley, and appreciate your time and everything that you do. I've been listening to you guys for so long.
Thank
you,
Raven.
Years. So I really admire you and appreciate everything you're doing.
I can't even imagine her being rude in an argument or angry.
I could.
I'm not. I have baggage, and I have anxiety that I need to work on.
I'm not fooled. Yeah. Jesus loves you though.
And we love you too, Raven. Thank you.
Thank you. Just know I'm still watching it, and we definitely appreciate you out here too.
Okay, good. See, we all a work in progress. Yeah.